Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be solving the MCQs for the chapter light. It's very important to solve MCQs. Now why is this? It gives you a deeper understanding on how to solve the structure paper as well. So without further ado, let's just get started with the video. So let's move on to question number 1. The ray diagram shows the image of an object formed by a converging lens. Alright, so we should remember that converging means convex lens, okay? What is the focal length of the lens? Now remember to pause the video and solve the question on your own and then come back for the answer and the explanation. Now what is the focal length of this lens? Now you should know that one ray passes through the optical center, which is this one, and another ray passes through the focus, right? The focus. So the ray that passes through the focus is the one that passes through the principal axis. And this is the one which passes through the principal axis. So this is the focus. And the focal length is what they're asking for, not the focus. The focal length is the point, the distance between the focus to the optical center. Now what have they given for this? 40 centimeters. So our correct option is A. Moving on to question number 2. The diagram shows the dispersion of white light by a prism. Which row could be correct for the colors seen as X, Y, and Z? Okay, now red light bends the least, you should know that, and violet light bends the most, right? So let's look for red. Okay, there we are. Sorry, let's just get rid of the first red, right? So there's red, and there's violet. Okay, so we have red and violet. Now there's no other possible answer, so we don't even need to think further. So the correct option is B. Moving on to question number 3. The diagram shows a ray of light in air incident on a glass block. Some of the light is refracted and some of the light is reflected. Two angles P and Q are marked on the diagram. Okay. Alright. Which row gives the angle of incidence and shows whether the ray undergoes total internal reflection? Okay. Now we know that some of the light is refracted and some of the light is reflected. Now whenever the light is reflected, it does not mean that TIR is taking place. So if there's any reflection of light, TIR is not taking place. So the angle of incidence is Q, because the angle of incidence is the angle at which the ray of light makes with the normal. And this is what they're trying to confuse you with. So the correct option is Q. And is total internal reflection taking place? No. So the correct option is C. Okay, question number 4. The diagram shows an object in front of a plane mirror. At which label position is the image of the object formed? Okay, now the image, right? So what we're going to do, now we don't want the, let's draw 2 lines from the object, okay? So we can go like that, like that, like that, and like that, right? And we draw it back. I can't do perfectly well on the system, so that's how you do it. It's B. 5. White light enters a glass prism. The night light leaving the other side of the prism is separated into colors. Why is this over here? Okay, what happens? Color. Wait, I'm confused. What? White light enters a glass prism, right? Now, part taken by the light. Okay. Now, this is very interesting. Okay, so the correct option is this one. All right. Why is this? It starts separating as soon as it enters because of the change in optical density. Okay. This is diagram 2. So we have option A and B is ruled out. So there's C and D. Oh, as I mentioned earlier, red light bends the least. So this is red, and this is violet. So our correct answer is C, diagram 2. Color 1 is red and color 2 is violet. Question number 6. Which diagram correctly shows a ray of light reflected by a plane mirror? Now, the angle of incidence should equal to the angle of reflection, right? Okay, so this is 50. That means this should be 40 because together it's 90. So 90 minus 50 equals to 40. Okay, this is again 50. This is 40. Now you can see angle I, the equal. Correct option is D. This is easy. Okay, question number 7. A ray of white light is incident on a glass prism. Which ray diagram shows the ray as it passes through the prism and emerges from the opposite side? It's not A. It's not B because, like I said, the optical density. Now, before you start solving MCQ papers, make sure that your basics are strong, okay? Okay, now the correct option for this is C because it should bend and a red bends the least. So, yeah. You can remember this by Vibgyor. Red or orange, yellow, green, blue. Yeah. So you have to remember it backwards. That's the thing, okay? Because it's a, or you can remember as a name, Roy G. Biv. We usually call it Mr. Roy G. Biv, and you can count this. It's just this. Remember like this if you have problems remembering it like this, okay? Yeah. Question number 8. The diagram shows a ray of light incident on the edge of a piece of glass. Okay, this is a piece of glass, I reckon. Okay. The angle I is greater than the critical angle. There's a problem with the graphics for this one, so we're not going to solve this question. I'll take a look at it on my system later and post the answer for that, alright? Question number 9. In the diagram, the distance OP is the focal length of the converging lens. One ray of light from O is shown. To which point will this ray pass after refraction by the lens? Okay, it's the focal length, right? So what we're going to do is, alright, so this is very, very, very interesting question, okay? OP is the focal length from O is shown. It's gonna pass through A, okay? Now people or students will think it passes to D, but that is incorrect. Now why is this? This is the focus, and we should remember that light, when it passes through the focus, it was traveling parallel to principal axis B4. Now this is supposed to be parallel. I cannot draw that on my system. So the correct option is actually A. Question number 10. Light from the sun passes through the prism and spectrum is produced on a screen. Okay, a thermometer is placed at X, okay? Shows a large temperature increase. Which type of radiation causes the temperature increase? It's actually going to be D, visible light. Alright, now this is not part of the main topic, light, so we're going to move on. So I'm running out of time for this video. So if you want to see the next part for this video and solve all these questions I have, or if you want me to post this, let me know down in the comments below. I will post the link for this in the description box. This paper does belong to Physics and Maths Tutor question paper MCQ for the topic light. I can link that in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.